Hi guys, welcome back to I'll Read What She's Reading. I'm Mikayla.
I'm Reggie.
And I'm Kennedy.
And today it's our famous, just kidding, it's our seasonal TBR. It is the Winter TBR of 2025. How many Winter TBRs have we done? 3?
And this is our third, I think. Yeah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we'll be...
Did we start originally with this episode in the winter?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm kind of curious.
I don't know.
Actually.
Maybe it's only our second.
Because we started the podcast in April of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look.
And I remember we did a fall TBR, so I don't know why we wouldn't have done a winter
TBR.
So
I'm too lazy to scroll all the way back.
You guys love these episodes. So.
Yeah, maybe 3 or 2.
Yeah.
Before we begin, though, we're going to talk about our seasonal book club books that we're doing now. And does anyone want to announce what won the poll?
The Will of the Many and the Strength of the Few by James Islington. So I actually read The Will of the Many originally when it came out last year. And we are all in for a treat. I'm so excited for you guys to read it. I'm also excited to reread it because I don't remember everything. It gives me... I don't really know what the vibes are, but I think you guys are going to enjoy it. We follow a main character who basically... I'm not doing a good job at describing this, but the magic system basically is kind of like a pyramid scheme.
Okay.
Where people from the top are basically siphoning people from down the pyramid. So you have your bottom people who don't siphon any power, and then you go up a level and they siphon people from these people. Then you go up a level and they're siphoning people from these people who are siphoning power from these people.
Interesting.
And our main character is the bottom tier of the pyramid.
Classic.
Classic.
You know it.
It's really fun.
There's this pyramid.
There's a school aspect. It's like Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Red Rising. It's really fun.
I'm excited. I've heard a lot of great things. And the second book just came out. Mm-hmm. How many books are there going to be in the series? Do you know?
I don't know. I thought it was supposed to originally be a duology, but I think it's supposed to be more than that now. Let me check on Goodreads. I think maybe a trilogy. But I'm really excited about this because I just am excited to talk to people about multiple books in a series. I think it will be really fun. The fact that we get to do a duology or multiple books that are out. I think there's going to be a lot to discuss.
Yeah. Well, and in case you guys missed our Instagram announcement or you didn't listen to our November book club episode, essentially we are now transitioning into seasonal book clubs instead of monthly.
We realized that maybe we were rushing our episodes a little bit and we couldn't give the books as much thought and intention especially when we were recording the episodes, because it was such a quick turnaround time for each month. And so I think we just collectively decided that we wanted a longer period of time in between book club books so we could really give you guys good episodes about our thoughts and feelings about specific things that happen in books. And our solution was to make them seasonal so you guys also had more time to read the books, because I feel like an average reader, a month is actually a short period of time to read a book. And so I think overall it's just going to benefit a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You have a longer period of time to read a book. And I also think it will be more fun because we'll have a longer period of time to go on Fable and, respond to people on Fable, because I think we would finish it much quicker than you guys. And I think that kind of did you guys a disservice with our Fable group chat. And we would finish it in the month because we had to record it in the middle of the month. And it was 4 weeks later, the episode were released. So I think it's just we thought that was an issue. And this was our solution to fix that issue.
Yeah.
So
I also think it will be fun because we can get more audience participation, because we started doing that at the beginning of our book club episode, which was really fun. But because of our podcast recording schedule, sometimes we know that there's not a lot of you who have finished the book after 2 weeks in the month when we need to technically be recording the episode. So hopefully this means that we can get more participation from you guys and have your thoughts on the episodes. So
I also
we're
think
excited.
it's going to give us, not to reiterate the same thing over and over, it will give us an opportunity to pick maybe a little bit more of complex books that foster more discussion as opposed to things that are just quick and easy to read so that we can get through them so that an episode comes out. I'm really excited, and once again, book-specific episodes aren't going away. There just won't be a specific book club, maybe on Fable for it. But we're still going to talk about books. Something else that we're going to change is if you don't follow us on Instagram, we are going to be posting episode schedules or things coming up in the near future so that you guys can read books. For example, we are going to be doing a Windy City specific episode, as well as people we meet on vacation. So if you're wanting to stay up to date with those books, maybe read them before the episode goes live. Look at our Instagram stories. We'll have a highlight bubble so you guys can stay caught up with all of the books that technically aren't book club books, but will be episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Also, not to switch gears, but with The Will of the Many, isn't it picked up for a TV show or a movie?
Yes.
Do you know who's doing it?
No.
I feel like I feel like that's kind of new news. Anyways, I just was thinking of that as you were talking about it.
Let's see. It is picked up by I don't know. I think I saw a TikTok about it, but I'm not seeing anything as far as on Google. And also in the same conversation, right now it's only 2 books on Goodreads. There is something that says The Will of the Many Book 3, but I'm too scared to click on it and get a spoiler. So I'm not sure if it's going to be more, if it's just a duology. But time will tell once we all read it.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, shall we get into our seasonal TBR?
Yes.
Our winter TBR?
I'm a little afraid to update on my fall TBR and how I did at that. If you guys
want to start?
Go for it.
So guys, first we'll update on our fall TBR, how we did, what we thought about the books that we read from that. Reggie's gonna start it.
Guys, I was Delulu and I thought my list was different, and I should have just gone and checked my note of my fall TBR because I was like, I am doing so well. No. I thought I had Sword of Kaigen on there, but no, that was on my summer TBR that I didn't read. I had Mistborn. Oh, Brandon Sanderson. Totally forgot I added that to my fall TBR. My bad. But I will be starting that soon. Because I felt a lot of FOMO when we just went to Dragonsteel, and I had no idea what was going on. I was just like, wow, everyone looks so amazing. Couldn't tell you anything about the Cosmere. So, Mistborn, I will be starting a Brandon Sanderson book before, like, I will have the Mistborn books read by the end of next year. I'm holding myself to that. I did read Indigo Rich by Devney Perry, and it was good. It just wasn't what I was expecting. I don't know if it's just because of things people had messaged us that I was under the assumption that it was like mystery romance. It's not really mystery romance. It's just like romance. And the covers are kind of deceiving because they kind of give that vibe. Have you guys seen them?
Mm-hmm.
They give that vibe that it's like this mysterious series. No, it's just a romance. It's just kind of romance. I mean, the first book is kind of, there's a little bit of a whodunit with it because the main character is a police chief. And so it's like you're trying to figure out this crime. But it didn't feel all that mystery. It was much more romance heavy. So I wish it would have been a little more mystery heavy. So I was a little let down because that's what I was expecting. So still like a fun series. I did read the second one. But just like don't go into it thinking it's like a mystery romance because it's not really a mystery romance. So my other book was Soul Searching by Lila Sage, which you guys got all my thoughts on that in our November book club book. I don't think we anticipated that being our book club book, so that's why it was on my TBR before we decided that. And then, guys, I only read 2.
That's okay.
I'm kicking myself in the pants. I'm like, I seriously, like this morning, I was like thinking of all the books. I'm like, oh yeah, and I read that, and I read that. No, my Delulu mind was putting different books on my fall TBR than we're actually on there.
You were just going back to like your summer TBR.
Yeah. So I'm a little embarrassed, but and this one is so funny because I forgot it was on my fall TBR and I almost started it yesterday. Famous by Blake Crouch.
Oh.
But I think I kind of like pushed it in the back of my mind because Kennedy read it. I think it was part of your fall TBR.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Kennedy really liked it that much. So then I was like, oh, Kennedy didn't like it. I won't read it right now. So did not get to that one, but I will because I kind of want to read it before the year is through because it's really short.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hit my reading goals.
Mm-hmm.
And then, guys, you're never going to hear me talk about this book again. I don't think I'm actually ever going to read it. I keep telling myself I'm going to. God of the Woods.
Oh my gosh.
That was on my fall TBR. I was like, I need like a spooky book. So anyways, did not read that. I am an embarrassment. So
No, you're not.
No.
I also just feel like this fall was like so much crazier than I anticipated it being. I thought I was going to have all the time in the world to just like chill, cozy reading vibes. No, we had a lot going on. I feel like, especially with the podcast, that it was like, yeah. So I will, yeah, that's me. I will stick to my guns for my winter TBR.
You know, I think it's okay that you only read 2.
It's fine.
You know, I'm looking at my other TBRs from the rest of like earlier this year, and honestly, I did really well with those. So I'll give myself credit for that.
It's okay.
Anyways,
That's totally great.
who's next?
Kennedy, do you want to go?
Sure. Since Reggie talked about Famous by Blake Crouch, I can talk about Famous by Blake Crouch because I read it for my fall TBR. And this right here is going to make her not want to read it. With that being said, it is a very short book. So if you need to catch up on your reading goal, like I do for the end of the year, you could give it a listen. I think in total, it on normal speed, I think it's like a 7-hour listen. I listened to it in like 3/4 of my drive to Boise one time. And it is one of Blake Crouch's earlier works. So his earlier works just are a lot different than his later works. I prefer his later works. I feel like he is a lot better writer now than when he first started. And I think Famous was one of the first books that was published. It just was kind of boring. And the ending was great, but I didn't like the main character. It just drug on. I do think the movie is going to be a lot better than the book. I think it's going to translate very well on screen. There was also just one scene that was so freaking weird. Basically, you're following this regular Joe Schmo who is impersonating a famous person. Sounds fun, but the concept, the execution isn't great.
It's interesting to think that it got picked up before.
I think it's because someone really felt passionately about it and greenlit it in Hollywood. Once again, the movie's going to be a lot better. I rated this, I think, it's 2 stars.
Is it in A24? Was Zac Efron?
I don't know.
I know it's with Zac Efron. I don't know if it's A24. But I also feel like Blake Crouch has kind of like made a name for himself since Dark Matter with like, and I mean,
also Wayward Pines.
Yes, he also did Wayward Pines. But I feel like I'm curious to know if he's like writing part of the screenplay or something for the movie.
I don't know,
because I think he did that for Dark Matter.
Oh, he was heavily involved.
He was very heavily involved, and he did amazing. So
I mean, with a 7-hour book, what can you really do with that? Exactly. What can you expect? So there's a ghost. Just kidding. Let's keep it on the thriller train. I did read The Passengers by John Mars. So this isn't an interconnected standalone thriller series. The first one is The One by John Mars. The second one is The Passengers. I did read both of those. Highly suggest reading The One prior to Passengers if you don't want The One to be spoiled, because it is mentioned in the second book. It was crazy. It was crazy. I really enjoyed it. I can't remember what I rated it. I want to say I rated it 3.5 or 4 stars. Basically, you're following 6 or 7 cars. They're like self-driving cars that are set on a collision course to all collide in one spot in 2 hours' time. So you have our main character. She goes in with a council of people to basically try and figure out what to do so that these people don't die. Absolutely insane. There's some gory parts, high octane, a really great thriller. I like techno thrillers, and so this worked for me. The ending was a little dissatisfying, but overall, I really enjoyed it. I will continue to go through the books in this series. If you like Black Mirror, chances are you'll like this techno thriller series. So, and then I also read Soul Searching by Lila Sage. Was our book club book for November. So if you want to hear more of my thoughts, you can go listen to that episode. I think I rated it 3.5 stars. Love you, Lila Sage. And then I also read 11/22/63 by Stephen King. This was my second Stephen King book. And I just don't know if I jive super well with Stephen King's writing. I feel like it's kind of cut and dry. It's a lot of telling, not showing. Very matter of fact. Very interesting premise. You're following a man who goes back in time to prevent JFK's assassination. And there's a whole bunch of hijinks in between. I didn't love the ending. It wasn't my favorite. But such a cool premise, and also just to go back in time and be a part of the 60s. You can tell Stephen King, I'm pretty sure he was alive during that time, and also did research because I felt transported into the 60s. Haven't watched the TV show yet. I can't really figure out how to access it. It stars James Franco. I really want Kyle to watch it because I think he'll love it. But it was very good. I think I rated it 4 stars. Just very, very long. Could have probably been 200 pages shorter. So, and then the only book that I didn't get to on my fall TBR, and I'm going to justify this because I've decided I'm actually not going to read this book yet, is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. The Cosmere intimidates the heck out of me. It really does. I feel this pressure to read it in a specific order because I don't want things to be spoiled for me. And I know certain books have certain characters that if you read them before others, you miss out on the cameos and it's not as satisfying. And I'm scared. So I've decided that I'm not going to read The Way of Kings next in my Cosmere journey. I'm going to continue with the second era of Mistborn. I've heard that's a pretty safe bet. So I'm going to continue on in that world. I know the magic system. I'm sure it's going to, have little cameos from the other people in the first trilogy of Mistborn. I don't really know. But that's where I'm going to go from here. So I did not get to The Way of Kings, unfortunately.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And that's fair.
Yeah. The Cosmere scares me.
I feel like I have to say with the Cosmere, I think if I read it in a specific order, I still probably won't get all of the cameos.
Very true.
Like, I'll go back or I'll find videos and be like, oh my gosh, yep, okay, I see the connection now.
Mm-hmm.
But in the moment, I feel like I'm not going to.
Yeah.
So it's like reading Trust of the Emerald Sea. I didn't get very much until after when I looked up videos.
Oh, okay. I got 1 or 2 little things.
Well, I also, I read the first 2 Mistborns a long time ago. So I feel like if I want to actually be able to get all of the cameos, you have to read them fairly close together.
Yeah.
I've also heard that most of the cameos are on the standalone books.
Yeah.
Which, sure, but he just has so many books and they're all so long, and I really have to be in the mood for his writing. And The Way of Kings, those books are thick, and there's 7 of them, and I put it on there to hopefully push myself to read it. It didn't happen. I'll get to it eventually. Might be in 5 years, but I promise I'll read it.
5 years time. I think that's totally okay. You read a lot of other big books in fall.
11/22/63 was a thick boy.
Yeah. My fall TBR was not great. I'll just knock off the ones I didn't get to. I didn't get to Swimming Lessons. I can't remember who that's by.
Oh, is that the one with the cool cover with the girl in the water?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get to that, by Claire Fuller. And I didn't get to The Devils by Joe Abercrombie.
Did you start it?
I did.
At one point? Okay.
I did start it. I read the first 10 pages and I said, this is not that I won't read it. I just was not in the mood. It is I probably need to listen to it because when I tell you the words are so small on the page.
I opened it the other day and I thought,
and they're
wow,
so long. I was like,
how long of a listen is that? I'm actually going to look.
I don't know, 18 hours, 17 hours. I want to assume around there. And I didn't have access to it to listen to. So I just wasn't in the mood. I right now have to start a book that completely captures me within the first few pages. I cannot right now start a book and I'm not 100% invested within the first few pages. I'm in the worst reading slump like since October.
Same.
And so like the Devils, like it just didn't capture me in the first few pages. I'll give it another chance eventually, but
It's 25 hours.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's really long.
I have it on my Audible, so now you can listen.
Okay. I don't think it's a winter read, in my opinion.
Awkward.
Why?
It's on my Winter TBR.
Oh. I probably will save it for next fall. I read Trust of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson from the fall. It was cute, really cute. It's fun that I understand Hoyd a little bit more. And there's a new books coming out about Hoyd that was announced at Brandon Sanderson's.
People love Hoyd.
Yeah, they love Hoyd.
Is that a character, I'm assuming?
He's like the narrator of Trust of the Emerald Sea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a character that misfortunate things happen to him. If he's in the book, there's always something terrible happening to him. And some people just find it funny. And then I read War by Laura, whatever it's called.
Oh, that's the second book in the Pestilence.
Yes. I find those very fun. I wouldn't say they're great, but I like how they're just very different than like anything I've read. I'm actually currently reading the third one, Famine, and I don't think I like this one as much as the other two, but it's just different. It's different. I like the apocalyptic vibes. And yeah. And then I read One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. It was okay.
Mm-hmm. Accurate response.
Was
that your first Olivia Blake book?
Yes. I actually really, really liked the beginning. And then I feel like the execution of everything wasn't great. So
I kind of feel like that's very true of most of her books. They always start very quick paced.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of goes along on this slow pace because you're just following these really toxic characters and not a lot happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was it for my fall TBR. It wasn't great.
Sounds like we all had a very meh fall.
Yeah.
Let's hope winter's better because right now I don't even want to pick up a book.
Yeah, same.
I think it's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's because there hasn't been any super big books released that I've been really excited about, or maybe it's because I'm not reading a lot of fantasy books. The last book I read was fantasy. I don't even wouldn't even classify it as fantasy, but I guess it is Alchemized. So let's hope winter's better for all of us. Yeah. Who wants to start with their winter TBR? Reggie, let's hear from you.
Sure. Okay, so this book, I gotta pull it up so I can kind of tell you what it's about because I don't know a ton, but it's rated pretty highly and I'm just kind of in the mood for something like this. It's We Begin at the End by Chris Whittaker. Have you guys heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It was like one of the first books I saw on Book Talk.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's like, I thought it was like a newer book, but it was released in 2021. But it's about, let's see, I'm trying to remember. There's kind of like some case in some town. I think the main character is an outlaw. And they're like getting, let's see. Someone's being released from like a prison or something, and I don't even know what it's about. Hold on. I just know it's like a very like, it's a found family story. A lot of the reviews that I've seen have said that like it's going to be, they consider it to be a classic one day.
Oh, okay.
Because of how amazing it is. So yeah, like I don't know if I have any friends on my Goodreads that have read it, But everyone else that I've seen that has rated it, like, it has just really great reviews. And it just kind of sounds interesting. I feel like I've been dipping my toes more into just like regular plain old fiction the last little bit. And it's been a breath of fresh air for me. Like, I really enjoyed that. So I feel like this is a safe one to kind of dive into, and it's not super long. So my curiosity is piqued, and I feel like based off of the synopsis and I don't know, it's giving, it could be a good winter read. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's a summer read. I don't know. But it's caught my attention. And so that's why I put on my TBR.
I'm excited to hear your thoughts because, like I said, I've seen it before when I first got on this side of book talk. And I haven't seen much about it since. But I'm excited to see what you think.
I feel like it's kind of an out there random pick, but I feel good about it. So, Mikayla.
Oh, is it me?
She's passing the torch to you. The talking stick, if you will.
I'm giving myself this one. Good Spirits by BK Larson. It's our Patreon book club book, and I actually put that on there before we decided it was going to be our Patreon book club book. So I don't know. I've heard very polarizing opinions about it, so I'm very interested to see.
I started it last night, and I'm really like, I have a lot of questions. I'm only like 3 chapters in, and I'm like, So I feel like I'm either going to really enjoy it or I might not at all. So
yeah,
I don't know. See. Sounds about what I've seen
has not been great for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you have to read it during Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, it's literally, if you don't read it at Christmas time,
well, it's would you? Yeah. Why would you read it in the summer?
I'm just giving myself this little freebie with my winter TBR.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll continue on the BK Borson train. I added And Now Back to You. Comes out February 24th.
Oh, cute.
I'm pretty sure it follows the same radio. There's like a radio element, just like First Time Caller.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you've heard of First Time Caller, you've heard of Now Back to You. I don't feel like I need to expand on that too much. It's just a new romance read that I'm excited to dive into when it comes out. And the cover's blue, so that says winter to me.
Well, I also feel like First Time Caller gave like 90s rom-com vibes, and I don't know why 90s rom-com to me just feels cozy, you know?
Oh, it looks like they're... Okay, wait. This sounds fun. They're partnered together to cover a snowstorm.
Okay, yeah, that's winter vibes.
Love.
Cute.
So it must be like
force proximity.
The weather reporters.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Yeah. Weather people? I don't know.
It just left
Meteorologists?
Meteorologists.
Yeah. Sounds fun. It's in the snow. It's blue. Winter.
Love.
All right.
Perfect.
Back to Reggie.
And now back to you, Reggie.
And now back to me.
Sorry.
This one is also a blue cover, so it's giving winter. The Book of Doors.
Oh.
Yeah, I have had a friend of mine has been like, she's constantly like, "Are you gonna read this book? You need to read it. I just know that you would love it."
Me or someone else?
No, it's someone else.
Oh, okay.
And then I know that
validated.
like Kennedy really enjoyed it, so I am excited about it. I know we've talked about it on the podcast before. Kennedy can correct me if I'm wrong, but essentially, someone works in a bookstore, or they
Yes.
or yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and she's given this book that transports her into different
any time,
worlds.
place she wants to go to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the kind of that like fantasy magical realism of it, and also the travel-ish element to it. I don't know why, like when I picture what I think this book may be, it makes me think of Margot Robbie and that terrible movie we went and saw. What
No,
was it called?
so much better.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
A great, big, bold, beautiful journey.
Yeah. We did not
Bold,
love
beautiful,
that
I don't know.
movie. But yeah, I just think that it's something, it just sounds like something that I would really enjoy. So why not add it to the list?
Let's just hope your expectations aren't too high, because that's all I knew about it when I went into it. But then it ended up being way more than what I was expecting.
Gotcha.
So yeah, hopefully you enjoy it.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Next on my list is Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McCogany.
I almost put that on my Winter TBR.
Did I inspire you? No, maybe I didn't. Sorry.
I added it to my Libby like months ago, and it's just available to me now.
Okay, I'll take it.
And
I
I
guess.
need it. You did inspire me, but I had it on my Libby before you started reading it, and it's just available. So
okay,
I'm excited though.
Do you have the ebook or the audiobook?
Excited. I have the audiobook.
The audiobook is really good.
Yeah,
because there's multiple point of views, and the narrators are fantastic.
Yeah,
especially the dad.
Okay.
Oh, the dad.
The dad. His
okay.
voice is
raspy.
Yeah. So is it multiple POV?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's like the family.
Okay.
On the island. So
I'll add it on my Libby.
I'm excited to see what you think about it, because it's like unlike anything I've read.
Let me add it. Now I have FOMO. Hold on.
You have a way different library than I do.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So yours is probably way more available. I got locked out of the 31.
I don't
know. Everything is several months. So
dang.
We'll add it. And if I feel so inclined, I'll use an Everand credit for it. We'll see. Okay. I feel like I'm just a copycat, but here we go. Reggie's book is by Gareth Brown, that she just chose. I'm also choosing another book by Gareth Brown. It's called The Society of Unknowable Objects, set in the same world as the Book of Doors. And as Reggie previously stated, I really liked the Book of Doors. So I have kind of high expectations for this one. Almost sounds like it might be very similar, which I can't decide if I like or dislike. Basically, our main character is a part of a secret society that has these objects that have magical powers. And she's on a quest to figure out if this secret society is what they say they are. And that's all I know. So just whimsical, magical realism with, some emotional underlying themes, which I really like. So if you haven't read Gareth Brown, highly suggest starting with Book of Doors, and then I'll let you know if the Society of Unknowable Objects is just as good.
Okay. My next book is Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. It's supposed to be set in the same world as The Letters of Enchantment. It's like, it says Letters of Enchantment. Yeah, Divine Rivals. It says Letters of Enchantment number 0. So I don't think there's any books to follow this one. I think it's just like maybe a standalone. I can't, from what I've seen, it doesn't look like there's going to be another book. So I think it's just like a standalone within that world. I don't know too much about it, and I kind of want to keep it that way. All I know is that some girl with a secret, and she's also like a writer, I think, kind of like Divine Rivals.
Sounds familiar.
And
so is it a prequel? I'm assuming it takes place before?
I don't know. It just says number 0.
And
it's just in the same world. So yeah, something with, riding the gods, something about losing her powers potentially in the synopsis. I don't know. But I feel like a lot of people have really liked it. And I just loved Divine Rivals. I thought it was such a great book. I didn't love Ruthless Vows as much as I was hoping to, but I am looking forward to Wild Reverence. I think I have the physical book too. So even better. And I just feel like it's going to be a good little fantasy read. I guess it's not little. It's like over 500 pages, but...
Is it really?
Yeah. I just, I think about like what we've got for our winter book club book. And I'm just thinking of all the other books that I'm like trying to pick standalones. or not as many like heavy fantasy books.
Yeah.
So
That was smart. I probably should have done that.
Yeah, me too. Crap.
You really thought it through. I did not. I have on my Winter TBR Crown. Is it of Gilded Bones or is it or Gilded Bones? I don't know if I made a typo. It's the third book in the From a Blood and Ash series.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm switching one of my books.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
And yeah, I didn't love the second one as much as I liked the first one. So, and I've had people comment that they liked the third one a lot more than the second one. So I'm just excited to see where the story continues with that. So
In the From Blood and Ash series, is there 6 books or 7? Hold on. I gotta look this up because I think part of the reason why I haven't started that series is because there's so many, but also it's completed, correct?
I think so.
There are 5?
Yeah, so there's
There's only 5
there's like a prequel
series.
Oh, there's 6.
Oh yeah, there is 6. Sorry.
and it is completed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then she went and wrote a prequel series in the same world.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't feel like, in my opinion, you have to read all of them like back to back.
Mhm.
But it has been a hot second, so I might need like a recap of how it ended, but I feel like I remember it fairly well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the first one, because it was just like different.
Yeah.
So on to Kennedy.
Alrighty. Mikayla briefly mentioned earlier on in the episode that this is not a Winter TBR, but it is on my Winter TBR.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not offended because it's part of a video I'm doing for Patreon, so I have to read it. I don't really have a choice, so I figured why not just add it on to my Winter TBR, 2 birds, 1 stone. So I'm going to read The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. And basically, from what I understand, we're following some brother Diaz, I think, and he is sent to go on this mission with a whole bunch of unholy people. We're talking monsters, killers, whatever. And since I've read Joe Abercrombie's other trilogy, I just can see how this will be very entertaining. Joe Abercrombie writes these weird freaking characters and you fall in love with them. So I am excited to see where it goes, see what it's all about. But it's definitely something I'm going to have to be in the mood to start, because if his first trilogy is any indication of how he writes all of his books, there's not a huge plot. It's very character driven. So, but I am excited. There was a quote that I read on the inside of my book when I was choosing this book for my Patreon video, and it really sold me, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is while I'm sitting here right now. So,
I'll trust that it's great.
well, hopefully it will be good. I was very about the blade itself, but this sounds like it's going to be a little bit more unhinged, which I'm hoping that is the case.
It is. From the first very few chapters that I read, first few pages that I read.
Great.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Reggie?
I decided I needed a romance book on my Winter TBR. And this one's been on my TBR for a while, so that's why I'm going to go with it. Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. You've read it, Kennedy.
Ah.
It was like a year ago, so maybe you don't remember.
Divorced?
But what?
They're separated? Divorced?
Honestly, could not tell you.
Before I Let
Oh,
Go?
yes, because they're co-parenting their 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just feel like it's rated pretty highly. Sounds like a good read, and it's also kind of fun. I love a romance book that is set in like a continuation, like a series. What do you call those?
Interconnected standalone?
Yeah, interconnected standalone. So I think there's 3 right now, and they're all rated very highly. So I feel like I can't really go wrong. And so I also feel like it feels like a mature read in the sense that like they're probably like in their later 30s because they have, or you know, they have 2 young kids. Obviously they're separated, so like I'm just excited to read. Sometimes it's like can be really hard to read a romance book when they just, even though they say they're older, they just act so immature. So I have some hope that these characters, I don't know, maybe Kennedy's like, actually they're pretty immature.
No.
I'm hoping that these characters feel like a little more mature because I just feel like it gives a lot of like depth to romance books. So that's why I picked it. So Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan.
Yeah, I remember them being very well adjusted and yeah, really mature. I can remember where on my drives that I took while reading that book. But yeah,
Amazing.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Thanks.
I feel like you have a very vivid memory.
It's weird because I don't necessarily remember the plots, but I can remember where I was when I was reading it or listening to it.
That's crazy. I could not.
Was driving up the canyon in Preston one of the times.
I think that's impressive. I'm not. I read it and it's pretty much gone once the last page ends for me. Okay. My fourth one is The Second Death of Locke by V.L. Bologna.
I've been seeing this everywhere and I was so tempted to put it on.
Yeah. Someone suggested I read it. I'll shout her out. Taryn
she sent me the same message
that I need to read it. So I've been craving fantasy, and I am actually reading a fantasy book and I'm enjoying it so much, and I feel like it's making me fall in love with like fantasy again. I don't even know if this is fantasy.
What is it?
It's The Brick Kingdom.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Romantasy. Yeah, the first chapter was wild. Like so good, and I was like, I'm hooked.
We got a lot of DMs when you posted that on our stories. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of people liked it from the ones that I have seen. So
anyways, I've heard a lot of great things about this fantasy book, and I need to stop reading books that I feel like I need to like branch out from my normal stuff, and I need to stop doing that because they're not great for me. So I'm just really excited. I love like medieval, I love knights, swords. I have no idea what it's about, but the cover gives that off very much so. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. My next book is hopefully going to revive my love for romantasy. I'm gonna read From Blood and Ash.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous.
I had a different book that I replaced this with, but I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna go From Blood and Ash by Jennifer Armentrout, because it's one of those iconic romantasy series that I saw from the very first moment I joined Book Talk. And I've just been putting it off for far too long because since then I've seen so many different thoughts and feelings about it. But I've heard the first one's pretty good. Second one, not so much. Third one, yes. So hopefully it will just revive my love for romantasy, because I think I've been burned by romantasy lately. And so I completely wrote it off and I'm really missing it. And I know it's iconic. So it's time.
I'm nervous for you to read it. If it's not good,
the thing is
I'm sorry.
I don't have like super high expectations. I'm not expecting it to be a 5-star read. I'm just expecting to have a good time and hopefully not cringe. Is the male main character cringy?
No.
Okay, that's all I need.
At least in my opinion, I think he's funny.
Because I feel like ever since Quicksilver, I've been burned by Book Talk romantasy.
Yeah,
that's fair.
So as long as he's not like him, Kingfisher, I'm chilling.
I would say he's more like a What's His Bucket in Quicksilver.
Oh, Carrion?
Carrion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm good. I'm chilling.
I would say he's not the same, but
more witty,
more
like,
in that direction.
Okay, not hard, like murderous per se. More a little bit, maybe slight murdery, but funny.
Yeah,
I'm here for that.
That's what I feel like the vibes were for me, but maybe I'm remembering incorrectly.
Okay. I'm great. I'm feeling good with my switch up. Okay. So love. That is my romantasy pick.
All right, we're down to our
last one.
I'm gonna have you guys pick for me. Okay.
Ooh. I love this.
And maybe this is silly. I'm gonna read a Frida McFadden, okay? I was looking
The Housemaid.
at all of the thrillers I read I think I only read 2 thrillers this year. And I just feel like I have my sister-in-law has been getting into Frida's books because she's just like, they're so quick. I read them in like a day because I just can't put them down because they're just so twisty and crazy.
Yeah.
And I just am in the mood. I'm in the mood. Maybe I won't be in the mood a month from now, but like they're quick. I also have never listened to one. I've only ever physically read her books.
I've only ever listened to them.
Yeah, I was like realizing that because I got my Hoopla because I have almost pretty much all of her books are available for audiobooks. So I'm like, that's easy. Like I have them on my Hoopla. And then I was like, I don't think I've actually ever listened to one. So I'm trying to decide between The Crash or The Tenant. Have you read
I don't
either?
think I've read either of them.
heard The Crash is better than The Tenant,
Okay.
but I have The Tenant on my Libby, so I'm also going to rereading that. So you could do the opposite of me. Maybe you can compare notes, or you can do the same.
I mean, I'm intrigued by The Crash one, but I'm a little scared of it because it's about like some pregnant woman that gets stuck in the middle of
Snowstorm?
a snowstorm. But I feel
That
like
sounds winter to me.
that sounds winter to me. Yeah, let's
I
go with The
think so, too.
Crash. The Crash by Frida McFadden.
I've heard The Crash is better than The Tenant.
Okay. Yeah, I also just
So-
feel like I've been seeing so much about, like The Housemaid
Mhm.
and all of that kind of stuff that I'm like, because was it one of you that was asking if we're gonna read, if you guys were gonna
It was
reread
me.
it? I don't think I'm gonna reread The Housemaid before we go see the movie like next week. Because I feel like I vividly remember almost everything from that book. I was talking to my mom about it the other day, and she was like talking about specific points, and I was talking about it like I read it yesterday. I'm like, I don't know how I remember so much about it. So, anyways, I'm just feeling in the thrillery kind of. I think also after I see the movie, I'll just be like, yeah,
She's back.
thrillers.
She's so back.
So, I'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah,
But
I like that. I like that a lot.
yeah, I feel like
a
that's the most.
up.
I feel like my TBR is so wild. It's just so random.
But that's great because then you have a book for every mood you want to be in.
yeah, and I don't have
great.
like a series, which I did on purpose, and I'm hoping that helps me stick to my winter TBR. Whereas I just did a very poor job of that
It's okay.
last time. So
My last one on my winter TBR.
winter TBR.
My winter TBR list is Play Along by Liz Tom40.
I almost put that on my winter TBR as well.
I am excited for you.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys didn't love Caught Up. I didn't
was
either.
fine.
It was okay.
But knowing how that one ends, I think you kind of like have a.
Oh yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Plus, I
you
think
gotta-
I'm the main character. I am Kennedy.
You are
Yes.
the main character.
I
You are.
wanted to be an athletic trainer. Red hair.
Yes.
I am her.
I also need you
So-
guys to listen. She has playlists for all of her books.
Ooh.
And after I finished the book, I was on the treadmill at the gym and I just like listened to the playlist and it made me love the book even more.
Okay.
Just because there's a lot of like different references to songs that are kind of out of pocket. And so I was like laughing on the treadmill, like listening to the songs because like some of them I hadn't listened to before. And so then I was like, anyways, it's kind of fun. So
Well, I also just really thought the tiny bit we got of them in the
Caught Up and
whatever book.
Rewind
the
it
brother.
back.
The brother's book.
Is that?
Caught Up. Yeah.
Caught Up. I just thought he was so funny.
Yeah.
And he just loves her so much. So I am excited to read their book, the dynamic, and also how the other book ends, what you find out. So
Yeah.
I almost put that on mine.
Put it on it.
Well, I am gonna. It's
She'll
fine.
be reading it
I
anyways,
can't.
You gotta be reading it anyways. We're doing an episode.
Yeah, but my next book I'm actually currently reading right now. So is that cheating?
No, it's winter.
Maybe.
It's winter.
A Man Called Uwe. I've been saying it wrong the entire time.
I thought it was Ope.
It's Uwe.
Okay.
Uwe. I'm literally listening to the book and I'm thinking to myself, I sound like a freaking idiot every time I say Ove. It's Uwe. Swedish, guys. Yeah, A Man Called Uwe by Frederick Bachman. you're following a very grumpy man throughout his day-to-day life. And you can't help but love him just so much. As per usual with Frederick Bachman's books, I started crying within the first 50 pages. So just like a feel good, I don't know if it's actually feel good. It's just, I know exactly what I'm getting with his books and it's great. So plus I'm reading it right now. Had to give myself a little softball. And I'm really excited to watch the movie.
Man Called Otto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because they had to Americanize it, I'm assuming.
My in-laws have been bullying me for having not watched the movie or read that book. My sister-in-law rereads that book every year.
I can see why people love it so much. I think a lot of people can see themselves in Uwe. It's just, there's also, I don't want to say anything to spoil anything for anyone because I went into this book knowing literally zero. And so, yeah. Just, Frederick Bachman's books are just heartwarming. They teach you life lessons. They make you cry. They're just the best part of fiction to me.
Yeah.
I think his books are the only straight up fiction books that I've rated highly. So I just know it's always going to be at least 4 stars or higher when I read his books. So
I know how it ends.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Did you watch the movie?
No, I got it from TikTok, of course. Unless they did it differently than the book.
Okay.
But
I am really excited to watch the movie because I just feel like, how did I just forget his name?
Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks could play Uwe so well. And I do know that there also is a Swedish version. So maybe one day if I'm feeling like I want to read subtitles, I'll watch that one. But yeah. A Man Called Uwe by Frederick Bachman.
Love it. I feel like you guys were very adventurous and you guys have been with your TBRs this year. And I have not.
But guess what? You literally just said that you need to go back to what you love so that you can enjoy reading again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I picked books that like I enjoy. Like I know I enjoy Frederick Bachman. I'm sure I will enjoy From Blood and Ash. Joe Abercrombie's Hit or Miss. I don't remember what else I chose because my memory is so short term. But there's nothing wrong with choosing what you know you're going to like, especially when you're in a month-long reading slump.
Yeah, and I also feel like when it comes to like a winter, like a seasonal TBR, you kind of gotta pick things that feel a little safe because if you know you'll potentially be in the mood for it. Because I think there's times where I've added something that I'm like, I know that like I'm not gonna be in the mood to read it. But at the time, I'm like, yeah.
Sure.
Like my fault.
I'm trying to be not like other girls, and then it doesn't work out.
Awesome. Well, I think it will be really fun to hear you guys report back for our spring TBR episode about how you did for your winter. Just a reminder, we did start a Patreon and we are doing monthly book club books on our Patreon for the month of December. It is Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. If you have any interest in monthly book club books, we are planning on doing like a live video to like talk about and discuss the books the first Monday of every month.
I do feel like we need to clarify because I think there's been some confusion. So with our $5 tier, you do get access to everything book club related. So the live book club chat, the Fable, everything book club related is in that $5 tier. The $10 tier has something else. So I just feel like
there's just like an added bonus with like the $10 tier. We're going to be doing like a separate live that we can just like talk about random topics of book talk events or movies and stuff like that. So definitely go check out the Patreon. There's a full extensive list of all of the benefits you get for the $5 tier and the $10 tier. We have been loving it so far. People have been so great about responding to polls and
it's really fun.
Yeah.
We do have also included in the $5 tier, there's more than just the book club. There's also vlogs from each of us. We will each be posting like a monthly vlog, which those aren't just like reading vlogs. It's like a variety of fun things. So there's more than just the book club. If you decide that you can't like read the monthly book club with us, there's some other like benefits too. So yeah.
If you're interested, definitely go check it out. We are having a fun time. talking to you guys, I feel like, on a more intimate level. Thank you guys so much for listening. Once again, if you don't follow us on Instagram, you can find all the updates about our Patreon, book club books, voting for seasonal book club books at What She's Reading Pod. Make sure you go follow. And we're also on TikTok as well. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.